You guys hear me now? Hello, 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 hello. You guys hear me? All right. No, thanks for calling that out, guys. I must have hit something. Yeah, it's morning for me. Do you guys hear me now? I'm looking at the live chat. All right. All right. There we go. Let's start this whole thing over. How about that, guys? Thanks for calling that out real quick. Let's redo that. So good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? Super excited to have you on this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. It's obviously Sunday morning. Was doing a lot of celebrating last night because the Bears are looking unbelievable so far. Caleb Williams looks really great. The defense looks top 5. They're absolutely doing a great job so far, sending a message and getting things done to help this team become a ton better. Thank you guys also for calling out that audio issue. That was really, really weird. But happy Sunday. Before we begin today's show, please like this video if you haven't already and subscribe to the channel. Let's get it up to over 150 people watching in because yesterday was a super great day to be a Chicago Bears fan as we saw a ton of good things going on for this team. And also, before we begin today's show, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Mando. Mando is sponsoring today's show. Summer is still happening. The sun is out, and we all know how it can get very hot, and it is important, especially for guys, for deodorant to hold up. I at least know that as being a sweaty guy, but Mando helps that big time. Clinically proven to control odor for 72 hours, safe for the whole body, all over the place, and American made. You need to go out and get Mando today. I love this stuff. Really good, especially this past summer. Definitely did not feel as like, oh man, do I stink? Do I sweat? Like anything like that. This has been by far the best deodorant I've ever had. And for you guys, for odor control anywhere, go to shopmando.com and use code JAYCHI Bears in order to get $5 off your starter pack, which is over 40% off. Go to the link in the description now and let me know what you think about Mando. But let's go into the rest of the show right now. Why you guys are here today. We are here to talk about Caleb Williams. Really excited about what he put on the table for the Chicago Bears yesterday. I give him a solid B. And I want to hear what you guys are thinking too in the live chat right now. Go to the live chat right now before I start breaking everything down, because Williams did have a good day. It started off rough. No denial about that. He definitely was a little bit nervous, had the rookie jitters. Things were not going in his complete favor at the moment, but he definitely bounced back, and that's what we need to see out of the rookie quarterback, showing that he can progress, he can handle the pressure, and things are going in the right direction for him. So I'm going to go through his drives at the end of the show. If you're watching on the live show or you're watching after the fact, put your grade in the comment section. I want to hear what you guys are thinking right now. Holy cow, we got Rashab in here right now from the Windy City Productions. I feel very famous right now. So shout out to that. So we'll get to all the comments in a little bit for you guys. But let's hear what you guys are thinking about Caleb Williams' day overall, because I'm going to go drive by drive for you guys. So let's just kind of kick things off. I'll go back to those in a little bit. But let's go into Caleb Williams' first drive for the Chicago Bears. First pass was an incompletion to Keenan Allen. It was to the left side of the field. It was slightly overthrown. You could tell that Williams definitely had a little bit of happy feet, was a little bit nervous, was going through the motions. He definitely looked at all of his targets, which I was very excited about. But in front of the home crowd, he wanted to impress, and he slightly overthrew it to the veteran wide receiver. But solid blocking by the offensive line overall. Just want to call that out really quick. They definitely had a great day. I'm going to break that down a little bit more. But I think the offensive line did a great job, especially Tevin Jenkins. He's by far my favorite offensive lineman right now this year and should be a Pro Bowler after the performance that he had. Caleb then, after being 0-1, his second drop back was another pass attempt to Gerald Everett in a bootleg. He threw it a little bit too short. It was kind of like we're going to spread this out, throw it up the middle, and hope we get a couple of yards out of it. And this was totally Caleb Williams' fault. He underthrew it to Everett. It went too low. He was rushed. He definitely was going through the motions a little bit too quick. I think he could have made the play. I thought the play was a little bit pointless because there was absolutely no one open. If I was Williams, I would have broke it out a little bit more on the bootleg and thrown it out of bounds. But overall, it wasn't his complete fault, but he definitely went through the motions a little bit too quick. Downfield, you could have seen that Cole Kmet was a little bit more wide open, but there was a slight pressure from the safety coming in on Williams. So clearly got out of the way, but overall, not too bad. His third drop back was another pass with a deep attempt, but was incomplete. He went deep to DJ Moore on this pass. He had really solid time from the offensive line. The pocket wasn't breaking down. He had good footwork. He had good vision, but for some reason, he just kind of got happy feet again and overthrew it. And then he got an intentional grounding call, which I was kind of amazed by. I thought that was like, okay. It was a weird call. It was one of the Bears' only 4 penalties of the day. So it is what it is. I guess there wasn't a receiver close enough. But overall, Caleb Williams did a good job going through the motions. Didn't complete any passes on the first down, but it was obviously not his first drive. So he started the day 0-3 and on a 3-and-out. I was at the game. I see Rashab's in the chat right now. He was there as well. He probably testify on his channel. Make sure you go check out his game preview after this video. The fans were chirping a little bit at Caleb. I don't know if it was joking or not, but I kind of just kept my mouth shut and was like, it's his first drive. It's the preseason. He's learning Soldier Field. He's never played on it before, and he was a rookie. He did a really good job against Buffalo, but overall, I thought Caleb Williams did a fine job yesterday on his first offensive drive, going through the motions. He definitely still needs a little bit more to go through. Let's go to his second drive, though, which, things started to get a little bit better. He had his first completion of the day. The first play was a run. I really like how Caleb Williams hands it off to the running back. I think that he sticks his arm out really well and sells what he could be doing to the defender. It was really impressive. He sells that he could be throwing it, kind of like how Rodgers used to do it. He would be like the really long extension, kind of like a smooth operator, kind of running to the backfield. And then when he pulled it back and he didn't have the ball anymore, definitely threw off the defense. So things were looking really good from Caleb there. So the first one was a run to Herbert, not much, but the cameraman was even tricked out. So really good stuff there from Caleb Williams selling the run. So that's a big positive that he has, because that's going to trick up the defense and things are going to go very well, especially when Shane Waldron is trying to balance out this offense. The second play was another run to Herbert, but this time it was a pitch and it was very clean, perfect on the money, right in his arms. So there was no bobble. There was no reach. He was able to literally just keep moving with the play, which I thought was super clean of him. And I'm not slamming Justin Fields, Mitchell Trubisky, or any previous Bears quarterback, but I feel like we haven't had a good effortless pitch in a long time. And that's how it should be. We should be selling the defense. It should be to the outside. That's where we get the major yards, especially when it comes to, bringing it upfield and turning it up. So it was a nice sell there. Really nice pitch. No fumble. It was a solid snap too. Again, shout out to the offensive lineman. I think Coleman Shelton's going to be the center too, because he's been running with the ones for pretty consistently for a week now. But overall, good job here. And then Herbert got 5 yards. Then in his fourth pass, so the third play of the drive was on third down. It was a 4-yard gain to Gerald Everett. Here, I don't like what Gerald Everett and Caleb Williams did. He had Rome and DJ Moore to the outside, way more open. Could have made a little bit more of a yardage play there. So he definitely was only looking at his target in Gerald Everett. That was definitely the design play for him. It is what it is. Again, rookie mistakes, but I felt like Williams. Oh man, sorry. Williams was not looking at all of his targets. He was strictly staying on Gerald Everett. And that's something that Justin Fields would have done. That's something different that Caleb Williams doesn't do as much. But in this situation, he was definitely looking at Gerald Everett. And he's become very comfortable with Everett. You've seen it in practice. You've seen it in the other preseason games. Like Gerald Everett is definitely going to be one of Caleb Williams' favorite targets. So I definitely, if you're a fantasy guy or you're a fantasy girl, I would definitely consider taking Gerald Everett as your tight end too, because he's going to be getting a lot of targets from Caleb Williams this year. And again, he knows the Shane Waldron offense. So I don't like what happened. He made the play still, but it could have gone for more. I wish that he would have taken the risk and gone a little bit more downfield. But Williams is going through the motions, and that's what matters here. So on this drive, it was another 3-and-out, but Williams went 1-for-1 passing with 4 passing yards. Now he was 1-for-4 passing at this point. I really like, again, how he sold the run, solid handoffs, good pitch. And on top of it, the offensive line continued to look good here. No sacks, not a ton of pressure. Normal pressure that quarterbacks get in the NFL. No offensive line is perfect in this league. So really good job there by the offensive line. So I'm not degrading Williams and what he did here as well anyway. Before we get into more, we got some more people joining. If you guys please could hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The more people that like it, the more YouTube tells other Bears fans to tune in. So we want to get up to 100 people here today. So please like the video if you haven't already, and keep putting your thoughts in the comment section below. We're going to go into the third drive now, where things started to get a little bit better for the Chicago Bears. So on Caleb's third drive, the first play was a drop back, passed it over the middle for Cole Kmet for 8 yards. Really like this play. You can tell here he started to gain confidence. He was feeling more comfortable in front of the home crowd. He was reading the defense. He was understanding them a little bit more. And Caleb's only really seen one opposing defense. He saw these guys in practice, did a pretty good job over there, but he did really well once he started getting off script. That's what I really liked about what he saw, because he wasn't like, hey, I have to throw to this target. My offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron, is trusting me and putting me out there in order to scan the whole field. And that's what guys like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, all the best quarterbacks that we've had over the last couple of decades, they never just went to that exact target. And that's something that you see out of Patrick Mahomes. That's what you're seeing out of other great quarterbacks in this league, like Matthew Stafford and Aaron Rodgers and all those guys right now. They are going through all of their motions. So right here, he definitely wasn't targeting Cole at first, but he went to Cole. You saw him kind of looking to the outside to Rome Odunze, and he wanted to throw it like he did later in the game, which I'll get into. But he went over the middle and got it done. What I thought was really interesting, because this happened in the beginning of the second quarter, is that Ryan Poles, I was driving back from the game, listening to ESPN 1000. Ryan Poles was on there, and the starters were not supposed to be out there more than the first quarter. So Eberflus kind of overrode that with the discussion he had with Ryan Poles and kept his guys out there, which I think was critical snaps. I completely agree with keeping them out there as long as possible. You saw Patrick Mahomes out there for an entire half yesterday with the Chiefs. You saw plenty of other starters on other teams. You saw Russell Wilson out there for a while. I mean, I like that coaches are taking the preseason a little bit more seriously, and I really like that Williams was out there. So that first drop back to Cole Kmet was crucial, because that more playing time that he got, he was able to be more confident, go off script, go through the motions, look at all of his targets. It was definitely the right call to keep the starters out there. Then Williams on third and short targeted DJ Moore on a slant route, was really tight coverage, had to be a tight throw, and got it perfectly in DJ Moore's breadbasket. He just dropped it. So I don't blame Caleb Williams there. I think that it was DJ Moore. It was really tough coverage. It was an impressive throw overall to DJ Moore on a slant route. Really tight coverage by the Bengals, but it was put right there. And I thought it was one of Williams' best throws of the day. He made it happen. He went out to the outside. He read all of his reads. Even though it was an incompletion in a 3-and-out, I still like what he was doing. He was showing off his athleticism, and it's just looking good overall. So I'm really excited of what I saw out of that third drive. And that was his last bad drive. So after that, he only had 12 yards passing, both to his tight ends, but he was making plays happen. DJ Moore could have made another third down. This team is clicking. It's clicking well, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of it. Before we get into the third drive, just want to go into the comments real quick. Really, thanks, guys, for tuning in. I know it's a Sunday, but what's up, guys? Great to see you guys. Nice to see Foster in here. We got Joseph R in here. Really appreciate it. Foster's giving Caleb a B+. Guys, keep putting your grades of Caleb Williams in the live chat right now. We'll be reviewing them at the end and seeing what everyone's saying. I really like this comment from Joseph R, though. Caleb made more good decisions than bad. The referees were not bad, but the intentional grounding call was total BS. They would have never called that for Mahomes or Brady. Couldn't agree more with this, but he's got to earn the respect of officials. And guys, I don't know if you remember, but in Hard Knocks, he's learning these officials really well. Like behind the scenes, they're learning about their families. They're learning about everything else. So Caleb Williams is doing all the right things, and he's going to earn his respect for getting calls like that. But we got Relentless Mike in here right now. Great to see you, man. Giving Caleb Williams a C+. Guys, we're going to go to all the grades in the end. So just for you guys, I would love to hear what you guys are thinking in the comments. So make sure you throw in there right now what you guys are thinking of Caleb Williams' day overall from an A to F grade. We're going to do this after every single game. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Make sure you're going in the live chat right now and commenting what you thought. So we got tons of different comments on it right now. You guys are kind of all over the place. So I kind of want to see what you guys are thinking at the end of this video. And I also, Joseph, FGB, as always. Good to see my good friend Nick in here. We got Santana. We got everybody in here right now. So we got 80 people. Let's keep it up, guys. We got Sam, our recent jersey winner, in here. We're doing another jersey giveaway in the next week, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But really good stuff. We got Pat in here right now. Caleb looked as advertised. The best part of the preseason has been the lack of penalties. This is a sign of good coaching. Couldn't agree more. And shout out to the offensive line again. I'll say it over and over and over again, guys. I think that the offensive line is playing way better than expectations. Also, shout out to Matt Pryor, one of our free agents that we brought in. He's doing a really good job. So before guys continue to comment your grades of Caleb Williams in the live chat right now, I'll continue to throw them up at the end. I want to see what everyone's kind of thinking, but I really love what I saw out of Caleb Williams. I'm giving him a B. That's my grade. I've seen it. I've seen some C pluses in there. I've seen some A's. Keep throwing that in there before we keep going. So let's go into now his fourth drive, where things started to get exciting. Again, this is in the second quarter, key time. Caleb Williams is, on the field for a while, getting things going, looking really good. This is where things started to heat up. The first play of the drive, Chicago was deep in their own zone. It was a fake handoff to Travis Homer, and then it was a pitch to Rome Odunze that went upfield for 16 yards. Awesome play design by Shane Waldron. Great execution. Again, that's what I'm saying about Williams. He's selling the pitch so darn well. He's tricking out defenders. He's tricking out, the cameraman. And Rome was able to take it upfield. Why I also love this play so much is that it helped Rome Odunze get more confidence too. That was his first touch of the preseason that counted for yards. He has been targeted before. So I like what I was seeing out of this pitch. Obviously, going for 16 yards was great too, but you saw Rome show off that speed. Now the defense is looking like, wow, we have to cover him when he's to the outside because he can go downfield. He can catch anything. On top of it, he's got crazy good speed, and he's a big body defender. So now Cincinnati's defensive coordinator has to consider that, and the players have to as well. But I like the connection that we saw between Rome and Caleb. They looked like they were best friends out there. Really good, solid pitch overall by Caleb Williams. A great fake out to Travis Homer, and that's why we were able to get a 16-yard rush there. Williams also, on top of it too, before the play, knew that it was going to be a pitch. He had to read that play, call out to the guys, tapping his helmet, crossing his chest, various different signals of if this play is going to work or not. They have a backup plan in this type of situation. And Williams definitely, that's another thing for him too. He was able to read the field, see if that play was going to work. And it worked flawlessly. 16 yards for the Chicago Bears right there. On the next play, Williams had a six-step drop back. I saw that a lot too. Waldron is giving Williams a ton of space and allowing him to potentially use his legs, which we saw later in the game. But he had a six-step drop back. Then with huge blocking, by the way, from the offensive line. Again, shout out to them. Great time by Hare. They literally pushed everybody to the outside. I mean, Williams had all the time in the world. The offensive line took Cincinnati all the way to the outside. I put it on my Twitter, by the way. Looked really, really solid. Everyone was to the left side of the field in front of the Cincinnati bench, and Williams had the entire field to himself to kind of make a decision. He threw it up to Tyler Scott. Beautiful ball, great accuracy, great arch, great spiral. And yes, it was an incompletion, but then it was a pass interference on Tyler Scott would have caught it. So great route by Scott, great read by Williams, trusting his guys, but a huge down the field move, accurate throw by Williams. The next play, Williams actually was sacked for the first time this preseason, which is crazy to say. I mean, Williams has played in 2 games. He has gotten a lot of playing time, though. He's played in 7 drives, only been sacked once. When was the last time we could say our offensive line only gave up 1 sack in 7 drives? I can't. So I want to hear what you guys are thinking, too, in the live chat, your thoughts on the offensive line, along with Caleb Williams' grade. of yesterday's game. But I think that the offensive line created that opportunity for Williams to throw it downfield. And yes, he did get sacked the next play. It's going to happen, though. There was a lot of pressure, solid pressure from Cincinnati. Williams also went through his reads. Should have thrown it away, but he also got an intentional grounding earlier. Maybe that's not why he didn't keep it or throw it away. Then on top of that, Caleb then dropped back, had nothing working for him, threw it over to Khalil Blasingame, and had a 3-yard loss. So I want to call this out too. Williams needs to work on this, is that he gives up too early on a play still. And he is a rookie. He's learning the timing of the NFL, but he had a ton of time from protection from the offensive line and Khalil Blasingame. He didn't allow for his wide receivers to potentially, break it to the left, break it to the right, make an opportunity for themselves to break away from a defender. And things just, he gave it to Blasingame because he thought it was comfortable. That's where Williams is going to grow and get more confidence. And this playing time is key for him, is to be able to scan the overall field and see like, okay, I have 2 more seconds. Let's see if my guy can get open in the next 2 seconds. So he looked really good overall, but that play right there, I was a little bit bothered by, but hey, it happens. Then Williams dropped back, got a 7-yard gain from a holding penalty, and then Bears ended up just getting a field goal on the rest of the 4th drive. So now he's starting to get momentum. He's completing passes. He's reading his reads. He's getting more of an understanding of the Cincinnati Bengals defense. That's where his confidence kept getting higher and higher. And we saw that on drive number 5, which that's where Soldier Field was erupting. Soldier Field was completely, absolutely on the Richter scale. Like, it was exciting. I mean, there was probably, I think there was like 39,000 yesterday, and it felt like it was a full game because people are just excited about what Caleb Williams brought to the table. So the final drive for Williams before the half wasn't a 2-minute offensive drill, but it was a good overall, experience for Caleb Williams. We were pinned deep in our own zone. It was a 90 yards downfield to score, and we did. So it was big on all levels of this team. To start, it was a 6-yard pitch to Khalil Herbert, giving Williams some space. So now he knows, okay, I'm not on the 10-yard line anymore. I'm in 16. I got a little bit more room. I can drop back a little bit farther. Things will work out in my favor if something goes wrong. On the next play, Williams then throws it to Nasimba Webster, who lined up to the outside. Really solid game for 12 yards. I love that Webster has still been on this team. He's been here through the dark days of the Chicago Bears when we were 3-14. But he got open due to a solid play design by Shane Waldron. Got the chains moving, more confidence right there, new set of downs. Williams knew he had more time, more opportunity in order to make an opportunity, and made space. Then this is when Caleb Williams started cooking. Williams went back to Herbert on a nice run where I didn't see anything go wrong. It was stopped. So Williams guided him to the right. Herbert, great vision, didn't see anything, saw Williams. Williams sold it, went to the left, and then Herbert was able to go upfield for 21 yards. Really solid play by Caleb Williams and Khalil Herbert here. Sold very well. Also, I mean, it was all Khalil Herbert here, to be honest with you, because he was able to see, stop on a dime, look back, and be like, I got nothing going to the left, or no one's to the left. I can turn it upfield. 21-yard game. Now you're cooking. Now Williams knows his running back is getting hot. Now he knows he has a ton more space. Now he knows he's moving the chains. Now he also knows he has way more room if he gets sacked or if something goes wrong. So Williams was in a perfect position. Then he takes his 6-step drop back, a deep design play. He looked to the right. There was no one. He looked to the middle. There was no one. Solid read of the entire field. That was something that we saw big out of Caleb Williams, was his read of the field. He knew the pocket was breaking down on this play. He used his feet to make room, kept the play going. He looked to the left, moved past over to Gerald Everett. He had a very athletic throw, slightly over Everett's head. But what he did was he went through the pocket, knew it was collapsing, made more opportunity with his feet, looked all over the field. Then this is when he waited for Everett to make an opportunity. Everett made an opportunity, just slightly overthrew it to the 6'3" tight end. So it was a solid play, even though it was an incompletion, but a good overall motion by Williams, because then he knew what the defense was doing, that they were going to bite when he was moving. They were going overall after him, and it was going to give him an opportunity to potentially make a play with his feet or downfield. Then Waldron saw that almost worked. Trusted his quarterback, unlike previous offensive coordinators who would have just done a screen or a run after that, because he knew his quarterback's confidence was low. Williams' confidence was not low. Took a 6-step drop back, solid protection at first. Williams moved to the outside, used his legs to make more time and room, looked the sideline at Rome Odunze, bread basket throw. I mean, Williams went from the right all the way to the left on the move, running out of bounds, perfectly timed it on an angle, perfect arch, bread basket on the sideline to Rome Odunze. Like literally something we have not seen out of a Bears quarterback in such a long time. It was perfect. 45-yard completion on the move, on the money, and it worked. And you saw Williams' confidence, big smile, Rome's confidence, big smile, skyrocket. The number 9 and number 1 overall pick connection sparked fire right there. You're going to see these guys make a ton of plays like that moving forward. It was a huge trust thing for the offensive coordinator, Shane Waldron. It was a huge trust thing with Caleb Williams to Rome Odunze and Rome Odunze to Caleb Williams. Big things coming out of that trio right there. So at this point, Williams started the game 0 for 3. And after that throw to Rome Odunze, 45 yards down the line, he was 6 for 9 with 75 yards, and he was entering the red zone with less than 3 minutes before half. So now we get to see Williams handle pressure, which this was another big test for him, key of keeping him out there. So pressure, key score, since he hasn't had a touchdown yet. Things are starting to look good. Now he's like, okay, I only have so much time. We don't have the ball to start the second half. We got to score right now. A legitimate in-game situation for Caleb Williams. So what he did on the next play, another huge throw to Rome, dropped back, juked out a defender. He broke it to the left, broke it to the right, threw to Rome Odunze in the corner of the end zone. Rome was just slightly out of bounds. I mean, this play in person, guys, was absolutely gorgeous. Right on the money, solid overall execution, great read by Williams, right in the corner of the end zone of Rome. If Rome would have been 1 foot more to the right or to the north of in the end zone, God, it would have been a touchdown for sure. So really good stuff there by Williams, but we know that Caleb Williams could do that. Williams know he could do that. Rome knows he could do that, and Waldron know he could do that. The next play, though, Caleb Williams threw it again. Nothing was there. Threw it out of bounds. Nice play. And then in his final play of the day for Caleb Williams, it was a touchdown. So what he did was Caleb Williams dropped back. Cincinnati brought a ton of pressure again. Williams looked everywhere, saw there was nothing, decided, I'm going to use my feet in this situation. It wasn't like when Justin Fields would do it, guys, when he would be like, I'm just going to take this. I got 3 seconds. There's nothing. I'm going to take it. Caleb Williams was back in that pocket for well over 5.5 seconds. I believe I timed it at 5.82 when he was in the back of the pocket. So almost twice as much time, taking time to overlook the entire field, saw nothing was going, and was like, I'm going to use my legs. And why he had 13 rushing touchdowns at USC last year. He looked at his legs and then elite agility with his feet. He went to the right, didn't see anything, went to the left, started running. This is when I wanted to call out Tevin Jenkins doing a fantastic job, guys. And I posted this on Twitter. Tevin Jenkins literally went like this to Williams, like, come this way, I got you. There was no one else except Jenkins now being able to go downfield because Williams was running with the ball. And Williams was able to follow Jenkins because he was able to use his big body and take out any defenders in the way. Caleb Williamson gets a rushing touchdown. Bears are now up 9-0, and that was insane. Soldier Field erupted after Caleb Williams made that rushing touchdown. But what I loved about that entire play, he looked at everything, went to the right, went to the left, took time, trusted his offensive line, broke it to the outside, saw an opportunity, something that we've seen a ton of Aaron Rodgers do when he was on the Packers, where he would fake everybody out to the right and just take it and have that one offensive lineman running up. That is exactly what this play consisted of. Bears scored. Just everything was going right. So overall, guys, that's why I give Caleb Williams a B. So the reason why I give Caleb Williams a B overall in this entire situation is because, look, he didn't have a perfect day. It started off really, really rocky. There's no denial of that. I think that starting 0 for 3, but he's a rookie. He was nervous. He was going through the motions, but he gained confidence as time went on. And this is a good coaching move by Shane Waldron and Matt Eberflus. They saw that he started to get it at the end of the first quarter, and then they're like, hey, we're going to keep him in there because we want him to continue to get confidence up. We want him to do well, and that's what we're going to see out of him. That is exactly why he went 6 for 9 in his last 9 passes in the second quarter for 75 yards, hitting Rome Odunze. Overall, really good stuff. And there was only 1 sack on the day. Nick, great call out. I'm looking at the live chat right now, which we're going to go to in a minute. But really good stuff overall here from Caleb Williams. I give him a B. I think that he played better in the Buffalo game. I think he looked more calm, cool, and collective because he wants to impress the home fans. Also, Soldiers Field was not in the greatest of condition yesterday. Full transparency. I know that it looked really nice. The grass was beautiful, but my God, like not good. It was not good. I'm just going to put that out there. But let's hear what you guys are thinking in the live chat right now. I'm going to start going through the earlier comments of what everyone's thinking. We have a ton of comments in there, so thank you guys all for commenting. But if you haven't already, please like this video. Let's get it up to 100 likes before we're done. We're going to keep going through things. It's going to be Q&A time right now. And if you haven't already, please could hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 17,100. So let's write up the subscriber count, and we will be doing this. And I'll start doing a lot free live streams, play-by-play for those who can't watch on their TVs. I'll be doing that Thursday night against the Kansas City Chiefs, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And we got a ton more coming for you guys. So let's hear what you guys are thinking from Caleb Williams' grade perspective. I want to start throwing the comments up in the live chat. And also, don't forget that today's show is sponsored by Mando. Organic or body deodorant for men. Use code JAYCHI Bears for $5 off. It's still summer. It's still hot out. You need something to make sure you don't get the bad pit stains or anything like that. Mando does that for you guys. So make sure you guys go to the link in the description and get Mando today. And use JAYCHI Bears to go and get it. All right, let's go into everyone's grades of Caleb Williams. I want to see this from what everyone's thinking. So I asked this earlier in the show, guys. Keep putting it in there. Keep putting your reasoning. But want to see what we got here. And also, again, apologize for the audio in the beginning. So we got Gary Hayes with a C to start off today. Gary, if you're still in the live chat, would love to hear why. I think that this is... You got to tamper expectations a little bit, Gary, because it is a C. But I respect your opinion because that's something that I really haven't seen at all in the live chat so far. We have Rashab in here from the Windy City Productions. So shout out to him for tuning in today, giving him a B+. So a little bit better of grade than what I have. But I think this is also respectful. I think that the rookie did a good job today, staying cool, staying confident, and things going good. So we got a B+ right here. Quickly answering this, who won the jersey? We did announce the winner on the community page a few days ago. Jeffrey, you did not win, but we are doing another giveaway coming up here in the near future. Quickly answering this, going on with Brisker, he is dealing with a leg injury at the moment. That's what's going on with Brisker right now. So hopefully it's nothing too serious, but good to have Kyler Gordon back and Tyreek Stevenson. So the defensive secondary is looking really good. We got Carlos calling out a B. I respect that grade too. That's exactly what I gave him. It wasn't a perfect day by any means, but it was not a terrible day either. If he only played the first quarter, I would have given him a C. But they definitely kept him out there. He learned, he progressed, and that's what really went well for him. We got Nick Grimes going C+, B-. He got good pocket presence and hasn't been sacked or picked yet. He did have one sack yesterday, Nick, just to be totally transparent. But yes, he did not have a pick, but the incompletions need to be cleaned up. That overthrow to Keenan Allen definitely was his fault, but the DJ Moore drop was not his. But okay, I like the grade. And if you guys are just tuning in right now, please keep throwing your grade in the live chat right now. We got David calling out a B. We got Squeegee B, did not score a touchdown, running it in doesn't count. That's fair enough, but if he would have gotten it, I think if he would have thrown it to Rome in the end zone, I probably would have kicked it up to a B+. But a B is a solid grade. When have we had quarterbacks that had Bs, guys? It's a good thing there. Caleb's grade yesterday for me from Joseph R was a B+. We got Al calling out that he's growing into the offense. He's already doing things I've never seen our quarterback do. I can't wait for the season to begin. And I can't wait either, Al. Seriously, it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's keep going through the system. I won't give him an A+ until he masters the Erhard Perkins system. All right. Well, we'll do that. We got Sam calling in right now. C+ for all the hype. He needs to be strong right out of the gate. I'm still concerned with what we have, great receivers and no real separation. I think this is fair. These guys on the secondary are playing really tough. And also, I don't think our veterans are going as hard as they usually would, because when they do give separation, like what we saw with Rome Odunze, good things are happening. So, and Tyler Scott, but he got that pass interference call. So we'll see more separation as the season goes on for sure, guys. We got Relentless Mike. I'm going to honestly give Caleb a C+. There's a lot of improvement to make. Yeah, but absolutely. But he's a rookie. And I think, Mike, you can agree with this too. He said he's a rookie. Justin Fields is entering his 4th year. He was his 3rd year last year, and we're still having a lot of the same type of mistakes. But prove me, Mike, if you're still listening, please tell me if I'm wrong. Jeff Porter, bear down. Love the bear down in the live chat, guys. If you've already sent in a grade and want to just throw something in the live chat or in the comments below, throw a bear down. Christopher, this is the light that's shining on me so you guys can see me a lot better, and my camera quality is a lot better. So that's the light. Unfortunately, there's nowhere I can really else put it. But I did redo the studio, so maybe I'll try to find a different way. But if anyone else was wondering, Ronald's Mike, that improvement includes being on the same page with the wide receivers and the tight ends. I agree with this too. Continuing to build that relationship up with them and moving forward. So we got Joseph. Let's see what happens with Kansas City. I hope that Caleb Williams plays again this preseason, guys. I think it'd be also cool if they played Mahomes versus Williams. I think the NFL definitely wants it too from a marketing perspective. But yeah, I couldn't agree more. Foster, I like this comment. Great to see you. I hope you're still tuned in. I see that comments are still coming through, so I'm on 2 separate screens right now. But Matt Pryor over Nate Davis at right guard. I think this could be a big thing. Matt Pryor, 6'5", 320 pounds, looks really good. But Nate Davis didn't have a bad day, by the way, guys. I talked about this on the live stream after the game. I don't think Nate Davis did have a bad day yesterday. Just throwing that out there for everybody. But if it comes down to it, yes, throw Nate Davis on the bench. We got to win ball games this year. Let's go in. We got the GOAT saying an A-. That's a very high grade. I respect that too. It depends on what your expectations are for Williams, guys. I think that's why I love seeing these grades all over the place. But the GOAT would love to hear why you said an A- if you're still listening in. We got Santana calling in an A-. Santana, let's hear that reasoning from you too as well. We got Joseph calling in an FGB. We got Jeff calling in FGB. I love it. Foster, I give Caleb Williams a B+. All right, I'm going to go down in the comments. Let's keep going through. Guys, keep throwing your reasoning in the live chat as well. We got 79 people in here. Let's get it up to 100. Let's like that video as well if you guys haven't already. Jeff Porter, Caleb gets an A for me. I love it. Caleb was the right choice. Fields on the same it's on the same she in Pittsburgh. I love it. But yeah, Williams definitely is already a better quarterback than Justin Fields is. And I love Justin Fields, guys. I love anyone that plays for the Chicago Bears, except Chris Conte. It was a tough relationship back then, but I forgive Chris Conte now. It's been a long time. We got bear down from Chris Cook. Great to hear from you, Chris. All right, so Caleb Williams grade we got from Mark is a B. Love to hear it. We got Joseph calling in a B-. Jaquan Morello, hey, nice to see you, man. I know we just Fields on that same she. I love that comment. It's my favorite comment of the day. We got Chris Cook calling Caleb Williams grade a B+. We got Jaquan a solid B. So we got B's across the table, guys. I think that's a really good expectation to have, though. Got some bear downs over here. Yeah, a slow start was disappointing, but glad Eberflus kept them out there. Bagent looked good, too. Tyson Bagent looked great, by the way. I really want to call that out. Tyson Bagent with 2 touchdowns at Dante Pettis, who, Pettis is fighting for a roster spot. Definitely put on a good show here. But Bagent did a really good job, too, reading the field. Almost 100 yards passing, only 1 incompletion. So definitely want to call that out, Brian. Another team is going to want Bagent at some point. Hey, trade target. Absolutely. We still got Foster in here. Wow, you guys are going crazy in the live chat right now. Keep it up. Let's keep going through. Bears got to keep their starters out on the field until they flash. And I think that's what the Bears did. I really like what Eberflus did. So really good with that. I really love what I'm seeing of Killam from Ira. True believer, bear down. Ira, thanks for tuning in as always. Really appreciate it. Yes, I couldn't agree more. I love what I'm seeing out of him as well. Defense looks great. So Kevin Scott, I'd give it a solid B. I'm a huge Justin fan, but Poles made the right move. The Bears. I think Poles made the right move too, guys. And I like that he wasn't listening to trade offers. I like that he wasn't doing anything. He was locked in on Caleb Williams since he was legitimately allowed to by the league without tampering or anything. Poles knew what he was doing. I mean, shout out to Ryan Poles, guys. I think he's the best GM in Chicago sports history in recent memory. You can say Theo Epstein for breaking the Cubs. You can say, a lot of people don't like to say it. Jerry Krause was a pretty good general manager for the Bulls. The Blackhawks have had Stan Bowman, but what the Bears mean to this city of Chicago and how badly we want them to be good again and how Ryan Poles dealt with a ton of stuff fixing this roster. Shout out to Ryan Poles. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but I think he's doing a really good job. Squeegee's still giving a B. I'll give him an A when I see him run the no huddle. That was another thing too, is the no huddles. Let's see what we got from Relentless. Nick, here's a big plus that isn't talked about, but 0 fumbles. He's protecting the ball. That's another thing about Williams, guys, is that he's not fumbling. He's protecting the ball well. So Mike, great comment here. Great analysis. Yes, he is not fumbling the ball, which is something really big that we're not used to as Bears fans, unfortunately. But he's doing a great job and also making really smart throws, accurate throws too. Let's keep going down. Let's see what we got. All right, we got Rockford, Illinois calling in, so really appreciate that. We got Joseph R giving the offensive line a C+, only because for me, Caleb had to do so many more scrambles because one side of the line or the other. Joseph R is an active listener, and I believe he's calling out the left side of the line with Braxton Jones, which, by the way, Braxton Jones did suffer an injury yesterday, guys. Definitely going to be monitoring that, so an interesting situation as well. But, yeah, the C+ for the offensive line. I want to see if anyone else gave some comments on them. Let's see what we got. We got a ton of comments in here. I really like this comment as well. Aaron Rodgers plus Justin Fields equals Caleb Williams. So you get that really deep ball accuracy, that good read, but you get that athleticism that Justin Fields brought to the table. Really good stuff. All right, we got another. Hey, Daryl Brown, nice to see you, man. I hope to see you at the next watch party. I'll throw that up on the screen in a minute. But you're giving him a B+. I think that's a really respectful grade too. But yeah, really good stuff here. And I think, Daryl, sorry, I missed this comment. It was a far cry better than previous years. This one of the Bears' best overall games in the aspects of the game I've seen in quite a while. Looking forward to this year. Couldn't agree more. This team is complete. This team looks good, and I'm excited about what's next for them. Quickly, before we get into some more of what things that are going on, I would love to announce to you guys our Chicago Bears watch party for week 2 against the Houston Texans at Rizzo's Bar and Inn. Link is in the description for the Eventbrite right now, but we are paired with freshly organic tequila seltzer and Authentico at Rizzo's Bar and Inn. Doors open at 5 p.m. Watch party will be going on that Sunday night. Would love to see you guys there. Tickets are $20, but your ticket gets you entry, a free margarita that's Bears colored, or a drink of your choice. And on top of it, the rest goes to a local Chicago charity helping out first-generation college students. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that, and would love to see you guys there. Also, please, if you haven't already, like the video and subscribe. Let's keep it up. Let's get some more Bears fans to watch the show. We're at 42 minutes, but let's keep going through the live chat right now to see what everyone's thinking. Jeff Porter, I like what you got right here, my man, is all phases are looking good, especially the play calling on defense. Thank God Getsy is gone. I don't know if you guys watched that Raiders game yesterday, but yikes. Just big yikes. I don't know how this guy has a job anymore. Seriously, I don't wish anything on anybody. I'm just happy that Luke Getsy's gone. That's all I'll say. I really it's not good. Yeah, Nick, the Chicago Park District is responsible for that. I assume we're talking about the field. Let's keep going down the list right now. Daryl, I can't make the Bears watch party at Rizzo's. I'll be in Las Vegas for my birthday. Well, happy birthday on September 15th. Hopefully you're watching the game and put 20 on black for me. Let's see if you win some money. Let's go down. We got Blake saying, I will give Caleb Williams an A-. He showed he could fight through adversity and change the game plan, unlike Justin and Getsy. Yeah, definitely. Very, very overall, confident, looking good. Things are going good. We got Kale Sports Talk from the film of the game. It seemed like Caleb was going to his third and fourth reads. I think that is what Shane Waldron is teaching him, to see the whole field. That's absolutely what's going on here, and that's what makes Caleb Williams different than a bunch of Bears quarterbacks that we've had in the past. Love what I'm seeing out of him so far. Love the talent. And that's just one aspect right there of reading is so much different than what we're used to. And that's so big for this team. So really good stuff there. We got Dobie 46. Anyone doubting this kid is delusional or still in love with Fields? I do too, but move on. But I guess him knows more than me. I must be missing a comment in here, guys. But yeah, the Justin Fields era is over, and we all got to love Caleb Williams. He's our quarterback. I really haven't seen anyone saying that Justin's the better option. I haven't, which is good, which I'm happy about. But guys, I came on here and I was upset when Justin got traded, but also at the same time, you got to be happy that this is the future and this is the best this team has ever looked. Ryan Poles is the best. Let's keep going through. Let's keep going. So we got King Poles. So we're going into our Ryan Poles comments. Wow, you guys have been going crazy in the chat. I'm catching up right now. The Bears hold the weight of the city. Couldn't agree more. I don't know what's going on here. Major Corby QB1. I'm going to disagree with that one. Poles made the right decision as much as it hurt. Couldn't agree more with here. God bless it. Another North Side party. I mean, like so many people are on the North Side, Mike. But I hope you can make it. I hope you can make it. Are you going to the Bears versus Colts game? I'll be in the 7th row, Bears silent. Unfortunately, I will not be going to that game. I'll be coming back from a trip that day, but I will be doing a live stream. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Really excited about it, but we got some more right here. We got a bear down from Nick. But yeah, guys, what a day. This was a lot of fun to break down Williams' film. And I shout out to you guys for staying tuned in. I really appreciate you guys always tuning in, especially on a Sunday. I know some people might be hurting a little bit today. So make sure that you guys are, getting water and all that good stuff. But yeah, tons of fun. And if you guys want to stay up to date on all Chicago Bears news as well, I constantly post on JShy_Bears on Twitter or on X, formerly Twitter. So make sure you guys do that. And also, please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's continue to grow the channel. Let's continue to get more Bears fans. And if you haven't, guys, and here's a call out that I want to have for you guys, whether 3 of you do it or 30 of you do it, make sure to hit notifications on the subscribe. So it's that little bell under where you guys subscribe. Make sure you hit that so you stay up to date whenever I post. I'll make community posts out of our live streams or anything, so you guys can tune in right away. Would love to have you guys in right when the show starts. So if you guys please could hit the bell, really appreciate it. It helps me out and it helps grow the channel. So let's keep going through. We got a couple more comments here. Mark, thanks for the kind comment here. I thought this was a really fun show today. I love coming on Sundays or the day after. So expect us on Mondays when the season starts, or Fridays or anything like that. I'm going to start doing live streams more for you guys because it's better. I'm able to do live stuff. I'm able to interact with you guys and answer questions. There will be hard-coded videos, but they do take a long time to make. So just stay tuned for that. And also, I've gotten a lot of comments from you guys saying you guys like live streams more. You don't hurt anybody with today's sponsor. Mike, I don't know what you mean by that. I'm sure you'll text me on Twitter after and explain. But bear down, baby. Bear down, everybody. Today was a fantastic day. Loved hearing from you guys. With a lot of fun. We'll continue to do that. So again, please hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment bear down or anything in the live chat or in the comments if you're watching after. But with that, thank you as always for tuning into this episode of Just Another Year Chicago Bears. My name is Nick Rohde, and as always, bear down, baby.